Good afternoon, friends. Today we'll discuss about ultimate life. What exactly the ultimate life is. Before we go into the deliberation about ultimate life, firstly we must understand what exactly life itself is. Most of the people, we have illusion that we understand our life, but the fact is our understanding about our life is very gross, very superficial, very shallow. So, right now, though I'll not go into the details about the reality of life, roughly let us discuss that what exactly life is. You see, in this world, the entire existence, whatever the material reality we see all around ourselves, basically they all are vibrations, including our physical body. So when we talk about our own life or about our own self, so basically we are vibrations in form of our body, physical body, in form of our thoughts, in form of our emotions. So these vibrations constitutes our physical body, thoughts and emotions. And this vibration has its own resultant consciousness. So because of this resultant consciousness, we perceive something. We are able to have perception of our body. We are able to have perception of our mental state. We are able to be aware of our thoughts, emotions, outside reality as well as inside reality. So this perception, it is just due to the consciousness, and this very consciousness itself, it is the result of the vibrations that is happening within our being. So our physical body itself is the result of the vibration. All the thoughts, emotions, each and everything in our being, it is just because of the vibrations taking place. And our consciousness is the result of these vibrations. So all the perceptions that we have, it is just because of the resultant consciousness of our vibrations in our being. Now we must understand, when we talk about life, everyone's life has two aspects or two realms. One is extrinsic life and second is intrinsic life. Extrinsic life means when our consciousness is focused on outside reality. And intrinsic life means that part of life when our consciousness is focused on our inner mental state, on our inner reality. So as far as the extrinsic life itself is concerned, this also has two possible realms. One, I call it as lower realms of extrinsic life, and second is higher realms of extrinsic life. So firstly, let us understand what is the lower realm of our extrinsic life. In fact, when our consciousness is just focused on gross things, gross realities of outside world, like our physical body, all material possessions like money, property, etc., our job, business, family, society, power, social and political affairs, worldly thoughts, emotions, all in fact all worldly affairs, including our knowledge about the worldly affairs of life, all outside knowledge. These things constitutes lower realm of our extrinsic life. Now we'll see what exactly is the higher realm of our extrinsic life. All beautiful things, all beautiful aesthetics like art, fine literature, music, dance, paintings, intellectual pursuit, creativity, fine thoughts and emotions. All these are the components of our higher realms of extrinsic life. But these both are basically part of our extrinsic life. Why? Because our consciousness is directed outside of our being. So this is the extrinsic life. Now let us come to intrinsic life. As I told you earlier, when our consciousness is focused within, like awareness, self-awareness, inner perception, the knowledge, the higher knowledge about the truth, the higher knowledge about our own life, all these things constitute our intrinsic life. So, the components of our intrinsic life is firstly our health, the sublime mental states like love, compassion, generosity, forgiveness, etc. The higher knowledge about the self, the knowledge about the ultimate reality, our fine realization beyond our hormonal reality and beyond our vibrational reality, fine creativity, intelligence, wisdom. These are the components of our intrinsic life. As far as the extrinsic life is concerned, that I told you, it is always directed outside. Our consciousness, when it is focused on outside reality, that is the extrinsic life. Most of the time, our extrinsic life, it is basically the result of our collective life. Collective life means when we live our life with others, with the society, family. And as far as the intrinsic life is concerned, intrinsic life is essentially an individual life, because when you live with yourself, that constitutes your intrinsic life. If we investigate into the characteristics or features of extrinsic life, we can see that, as I told you already, that extrinsic life, it is basically our collective sphere of life. Secondly, our extrinsic life, whether it is lower or higher, it is always conditional, as it depends upon others and outside realities, outside factors. Second, if you go deeper into this, you will find that this extrinsic life, though it appears, it seems to exist, but basically it is very elusive, it is gross, and in fact it is temporary. Whatever happiness we draw from the components of our extrinsic life, this happiness is basically hormonal. It is totally based upon the play of hormones inside our body. Whatever happiness we draw from the components of our extrinsic life, this happiness, as I told you, it is conditional. Why it is conditional? Because firstly, though it seems to be giving happiness to us, but supposingly if you cross a certain limit, the same thing may give you pain also. In fact, most of our sorrows, grief, sufferings, it comes from our extrinsic life. Extrinsic life, it is basically exchangeable. Like today you have certain property, tomorrow that property may belong to someone else. It is barterable. You can barter the components of your extrinsic life with others. The other important aspect of extrinsic life, or the happiness that we draw from extrinsic life, is that it becomes stale with the passage of time. Supposingly today you have purchased a car, you might, or a luxurious villa. Initially, you for some days, you might be very happy about it, very enthusiastic about it. You might feel ecstatic about it, but with the passage of time, all this happiness, okay, when you become used to all these extrinsic parts of your life, then you no more draw the same intensity of happiness as earlier you had drawn when you had procured it. So, the biggest challenge, biggest drawback of the happiness that we draw from our extrinsic life, that it becomes stale with the passage of time. Means after a certain time period, you will not be able to enjoy or feel the same kind of happiness that you had realized earlier. If you go even deeper into it, you can clearly see that whatever the achievements we have of our extrinsic life, this happiness, as I told you, all these achievements, basically it does not carry forward after the physical death of our body. Whatever the achievement we have from our extrinsic life, all these achievements, it remains here only. We cannot take it forward after our physical death. This is the biggest limitation of our extrinsic life. In fact, if you go deeper into the contemplation, you can clearly realize, though we feel that we live our extrinsic life, but the fact is, we are not able to live our extrinsic life. It is the components of extrinsic life, like family, society, wealth, property, power. In fact, all these things live our life. We are not able to live all these things most of the time. We are so much ignorant, we are so much unconscious that we fail to realize this thing, that all these parts, these things of our extrinsic life, basically they live our life. We are not able to live our own life. So this is the biggest stark reality about our extrinsic life. In fact, I would say that whatever the components of extrinsic life is, it robs us of our glory of life. It robs us of the opportunity to live our fine quality of life, fine quality of happiness that this life can offer to us. So these are the serious limitations of extrinsic life, because extrinsic life in nature is a material life. This life comes from the gross vibrational reality of the universe. Now, if you see the intrinsic life, as I told you, when we talk about our life, in fact, our actual life is our intrinsic life. Extrinsic life lies outside of our being, while intrinsic life, it lies within our being. So, in fact, our actual life is our intrinsic life. Now, let us examine what are the features of this extrinsic life is. As I told you earlier also that, okay, this intrinsic life is purely our individual life, because in this realm of our life, we live with ourselves. If we enhance the quality of our intrinsic life, then the happiness that we realize from the components of that intrinsic life, it is very refined. In fact, nothing of the world can give you that fine quality of happiness which you draw from your intrinsic part of your life. In fact, if you go deeper in your understanding, in your realization, in your consciousness, it is the intrinsic life that can lead you to the realization of bliss, ultimate bliss. The most important aspect of intrinsic life is, to live our intrinsic life, we are never dependent on any outside reality, as it is the part of our within. To live a good quality of extrinsic life, you have to be dependent on outside reality. You have to be dependent on others. But to enjoy the bliss of intrinsic life, you don't have to be dependent on any outside reality or on any other person. So here you can have total freedom. As far as the quality itself is concerned, this quality of happiness that we draw through our intrinsic life, it is so refined, so blissful, so ecstatic. Self-awareness or the pure consciousness, this is the ultimate component of intrinsic life. When we evolve, we ultimately get into the state, we come to the state when we are able to realize self-awareness. In fact, pinnacle of intrinsic realization of life is the realization of a pure consciousness that gives you the realization of infinity, eternity, inherent with ultimate bliss. Here you must understand that what exactly makes our intrinsic life richer. So, the positivity that we have, the intellect, wisdom, creative engagements with art, literature, music, our sublime mental states like love, compassion, generosity, kindness, philanthropy, freedom from vain ego and arrogance, higher consciousness, knowledge and realization of higher truth of life, higher truth about this existence, all these things makes our life, our intrinsic life rich. The quality of our intrinsic life depends upon the presence of all these things in our consciousness. When we reach the pinnacle of our intrinsic life, we get into the state of pure consciousness, an objectless consciousness, a formless consciousness. This state is called totally awakened silence. Means when we are awakened, but we are free from all thoughts, emotions. The moment we get into this state, then and there, we feel the infinity in our being, the eternal nature of our being. This is the ultimate bliss, and realization of this ultimate bliss is basically the ultimate goal of the whole mankind. So, whatever I have explained to you so far, it is very much clear that between extrinsic life and intrinsic life, it is the intrinsic life which is more important. In fact, the purpose of extrinsic life is to create an opportunity so that we can enhance and the quality of our intrinsic life, we can enjoy the bliss or the pure happiness that our intrinsic life can offer to us. So, if a person who is just confined to only extrinsic realm of life, in fact, they are not even, I don't call them even as a human being. They are basically just the biological robots, because they have been living their life only as animals live. They have been living just the material and hormonal life. So, as we had started our discussion about ultimate life, that what exactly ultimate life is. Ultimate life happens when they find balance between extrinsic life and intrinsic life. Our extrinsic life should be so comfortable that we should not go through any hardship of life. We should have comfortable houses, we should have good food, We should have in fact all basic luxuries of life, but the purpose of this extrinsic life is basically to evolve towards the intrinsic life realm of life, so that we can realize the most beautiful, nascent, pristine happiness which this whole existence can offer to us. So even we are not that much abundant in our extrinsic life, but if we are able to explore the deeper realm, the deeper level of our intrinsic life, that basically constitutes ultimate life. Ultimate life is when our consciousness is inherent with the sublime beauty of life, like love, compassion, forgiveness, bliss. So whether a person is rich or poor, it ultimately depends upon the richness of extrinsic life as well as that of intrinsic life. The richness of extrinsic life may not be that much important as much important the richness of intrinsic life is. So now this is the time to look within yourself and investigate that what exactly is the quality of life that you have been living. If your life is confined to only extrinsic richness, in fact it is not the richness. In fact, I call this thing as richness of poverty. In fact, I see so many people, they think that they are rich, but the basic reality is their houses are rich, their bank balance is rich, their surroundings are rich, but they themselves may be poor. Because if a person is afflicted with anxiety, tension, if a person has not been able to explore and realize the ultimate higher truth about life and this existence, if a person has not been able to realize pure consciousness, formless consciousness, so basically that person has not been able to explore his life to the glory of human being. His life is still confined to the animal levels of life. In fact, they are just the biological robots. They are not even a human being full of consciousness. So I wish you all the best, that you all get the opportunity to explore and go deeper into the intrinsic realm of your life, and you should be able to realize the pure consciousness inherent with ultimate bliss, a life marked with infinity, the realization of infinity and eternity. Thank you.